Merry Christmas, everyone!
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Magrimbo!
It's February.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's not.
What is
It's
it?
December
Christmas.
25th. That's when I'm releasing this.
That's where Christmas is every year.
Yeah.
Look, I made special time to release this on Christmas, and as of Christmas 2023,
Uh-huh.
I am not sick and dying in bed.
Nope.
And whatever day you're watching this, it's Christmas. So even if you watch it a few days after it comes out, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's
Right.
your fault if you're watching it late.
Also, if you don't celebrate Christmas, this game is about Christmas, so trigger warning.
So Merry Christmas anyway.
Sorry, Dan.
Yep, sucks to suck. It's
big-
Christmas.
Big thank you to our good pal, Mr. Juxtapose, who bought us this game that we were going to stream, and then we didn't because
We decided just to release it on Christmas instead.
Just reasons, yeah.
Thanks, Jokes.
Nobody got sick,
Nope.
and nothing happened.
Nope.
Correct.
Thank you, Joe.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Jux.
Let's start.
Okay, I'm going to turn on the
Oh,
volume.
it's shoving. Aww.
And there's Nick's Dream OC,
Aww.
a small
he's gone.
puppy in an overcoat.
Aww. Oh, he's gone.
Detective Scruffle.
The snowhead step. No, I'm not going to do that the whole episode.
That would be a lot.
Do it.
I
Do
will
it.
die.
Okay.
As a narrator voice?
No,
Laura
not
did
the
her
narrator.
robot voice for one whole game.
As the narrator?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
narrator in a dating sim's
Oh,
a
dang,
lot.
I gotta send her that. I gotta send her it.
Yeah.
All
I gotta
right,
send her. The snow had stopped. A lonely lupine
Lupine.
detective
Like
a
pork lupine.
slowly pushed his way against the snow. It was a familiar pathway he followed, his footsteps heavy on the snow-buried stone pavement as he approached his destination.
Good reading.
Well, I'm gonna need the microphone back. Can I have some of that? Let me get that microphone.
Let me get some.
Let me get that microphone.
Sorry, I forgot it was moved.
Oh, it is Christmas.
think that's a
It
long
says it
time
right
ago.
there.
Yeah, it's
this did happen,
1285.
Yeah, it's when you were born, right?
That's at least 100 years ago.
Yeah. Day 1, 23 December 1285. It's 2 days until Christmas, and 2 days until the end of my fast. As nice as it is to feast on Christmas, I can't stomach a month-long fast. A whole month without any meat would certainly turn any wolf into a hare. I agree. That's why I'm an alpha.
Ooh.
Yeah, you are in alpha.
I'm not gonna take that from either of you two. I'm an omega compared to you two.
I said you are in alpha.
Yeah.
Skibbity toilet.
Mercury. In the microwave.
Yeah, I'm in retrograde. Next time I'm not fasting for a month just to solve a case. Lucky for me, I closed my eyes I closed my last case before it ruined my vacation at the White Star Tavern. I'm not going to let another case interrupt my vacation. Not even a murder!
Dun, dun, dun.
We love a game with a murder.
I pulled my furry coat tighter and continued to walk against the cold wind towards the distant tavern. I finally saw the sign of the White Star, just as the warm breath coming out of me began to froze against my snout.
Nice grammar.
He got it. I wonder why the tavern keeper won't move to a better spot. If it weren't for their excellent cider, a tavern this far from downtown wouldn't last a year. The door's hinges creaked as I pushed it open. The warm scent of the fireplace smoke, cooked bacon, and wheat bread encircled me. Wait,
What?
bacon.
Yeah, it smells like
cooking
fireplace,
bacon.
bacon, and wheat.
Yeah, but like, aren't we a wolf? Isn't that the bit?
Yeah.
And
Do you think
have you
we
ever
eat bacon from wolves?
read The Three Little Pigs, Nicholas?
Yeah,
And what was the wolf doing?
trying to eat the 3 little pigs.
Uh-huh.
But he didn't succeed.
And pigs are made out of bacon.
Is that what happens if he succeeded?
Shh, you don't know.
Maybe.
That's the murder.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Maybe
You
he-
did the murder.
Oh.
Maybe he became a detective
Problem
to
solved.
to make up for his murderous past.
Just like Beastars.
Just like Beastars. Several oil-painted portraits of white fur dragons decorated the walls, each one exquisitely painted. Oh, hello. I bet they're a wizard lizard. A lizard wizard.
Episode title.
Nope.
Damn.
Kyle already stopped watching. You can't make him do it now.
He can't not watch. This is him.
Laura, would you like to be a sultry server?
Yeah.
Dragon?
Haven't seen you for a while. What would you like to have today?
You are a resident lizard person.
Factual.
Lizard.
Character info added.
Try to pronounce that.
Sarzan.
Good.
Why not?
Sarzan was dusting off one of his precious portraits when I entered the tavern.
It's like Susan almost.
Susan.
Susan.
Mhm.
He paused just long enough to speak, and then continued his work. Why does an azure-scaled dragon like him love white fur dragons so much? Maybe I'll never know.
Pathetic.
It's a fetish.
You, Nikki.
Same as usual, but my fast doesn't break until the day after tomorrow.
Got it.
Sarzan. Oh, there's a mouthful of a name. Sarzan puts down the duster, then he wiped his hands with a cloth at the counter before grabbing a beer mug and making his way towards the cellar. I hung my coat on the hat stand and sat beside the fireplace to warm myself up.
That stands for hats,
It does.
not coats.
It could be both.
You think your head, sir?
Hey, you want to be my clearly best friend bard, Kyle?
What a coincidence to meet you here. What about buying me a drink to celebrate this moment?
Why do you make the hot voice when you know...
Because they're gonna fuck.
Yeah. They're gonna fuck.
It's the way he says it. Anzox must have heard me come in and rose up from the corner to approach me, bringing his loot with him. He's a bard. You would have never guessed that.
Never.
Oh.
But one without a patron to support his artistic career. Character info added.
He doesn't have a Patreon? What a loser.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I guess that means you're not good enough.
Because you're poor.
Patreons are free. You just,
Do
gotta
it.
give them a cut. He's also something of a detective fanatic, though I doubt if he has the necessary talents to actually be one. That's so mean.
Yeah, we're kind of an asshole.
Yeah. Nowadays, he travels between taverns to sing for his supper, all while hoping to find some rich, noble patron who will appreciate his talent and shower him with wealth. Oh, what a coincidence.
I'm flattered that Roman, the great detective, still remembers me.
You see his little ear twitch?
Dick's getting turned on.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never forget a guy who can distract me every time when possible. Not on purpose, but still impressive. Of course I do. You left such an impression on me last time. I was trying to solve that case for you.
I'm really sorry about that, please no.
The face. I like that the eye wiggles, but like everything else is stationary. It's the eye and the ear. It's like they're on one string.
Yeah, that's
Nick,
good.
can you put in a wow, wow, wow sound effect, please?
Oh, wow.
It doesn't mean make one with your face.
It's way easier for me to do that.
I
It's
know.
true. That way I don't have to go and search one that's royalty free.
Type in
They're all
royalty-free, but wow,
royalty-free.
wow, wow.
That's what I mean.
Google.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get it's gonna bring me a red tube and be real weird.
He's red.
You know what? You're right. He is red.
And on the tube.
And on the tube. Anzox fled, clutching his loot. Great. Saved a pine for myself. It's almost dinner time, but there's no other customers here. Is it because of the heavy snow? I'm starting to feel thirsty after staying by the fireplace for too long. What's keeping Sarzan from bringing that booze? As I looked up, I spotted a guy covered in a priestly robe and veil, wearing a silver cross, curled up on the corner table.
Accepted.
You're gonna have to be way closer, Daniel.
Yeah. No one can hear you.
Oh, no, it's Kermit.
And what?
It's
No,
a
it's
cat!
not. No, Dan's voice. You go away.
I know.
Laura's like sitting here frothing, going, cat! I can't make out his face in the candlelight. His mug of cider is still full and untouched.
I can't do 4 episodes of Laura's.
Who in the hell would... Is that a disguise? Hasn't he heard the saying about tigers changing their stripes? Sarzan came out from behind the counter and handed me a mug of cider along with a note. That's elegant. If you find anything regarding her, keep it to yourself. Her, character info added. Whatever, I've seen stranger things. It wasn't that great. It had, 3 seasons? I shoved it up my sleeve, drank a gulp of the cider, and purposely let out a loud belch, Daniel. I relaxed in my usual chair, enjoying myself in the quiet and familiar atmosphere of the White Star Tavern. Looks like we're the only people here tonight. The logs in the fireplace were making tiny crackling sounds. Sarzan sat behind the counter, reading the cookbook his father had left him. Anzox was playing his lute. Elegant had gone upstairs a little while ago. What a weird cat name.
Yeah.
Elegant. Maybe I'll live here after I retire, if I have the money. Assuming the White Star keeps its comforting atmosphere till then.
Maybe she's secretly an elephant.
Come to think of it, what should I do to kill the time before dinner is served?
I thought we were fasting.
Oh no, this is the last day.
Yeah.
Like, we're done.
Right, but that doesn't mean we get to eat dinner
Yeah,
together.
it means you
I
still
thought
got
we
one more
were.
day.
I thought we were doing it till Christmas.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it.
Maybe they're fasting on murder.
Murder, yeah. I'm on a break.
Yeah, I'm on a break.
I'm on
You
a
know what? Let
diet
me.
from murder.
It's my cheat day.
No murder for me, please.
I brought a book called A Brief History on Apollyon with me to do some reading during my vacation. Although I really don't think this little book can tell me anything about my homeland I don't already know. I can also check the White Star's special Christmas menu. I can't have any... Oh, it's meat, specifically.
Oh, just me.
Okay. I can't have any meat for another 2 days, but a glimpse of a good menu and a little bit of imagination won't break my rules.
What other food is there?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'll just take a nap. I could use a good nap after losing sleep for almost a month. What should I do before dinner?
Eat steak. Oh.
A Brief History of Apollyon. Look at the White Star menu. Nap time.
I'll look at food.
I also want to look at food.
Yeah, we can look at food.
We're all, dinner is in an hour for us, so,
By
Yeah.
that you mean right when this episode ends.
well, yeah, an hour.
Yeah.
I might as well look at the Sarzan's Christmas menu. I scanned through the thoroughly changed menu on the wall.
Ooh, pale ale.
I can't read. What is that supposed to be legible, or is that a made up symbol?
Yeah, it's like a money sign for
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's kind of cool.
Gonna say they pay in sterling, and that's why it's ST.
You know what? I like that. For now, we're gonna call it sterling until we have something else.
Maybe.
Pale ale, cider, wine, wheat bread, apple pie, and lamb chops. Nice and
I
festive.
think we can get mutton.
Mutton!
Fresh mutton!
That is deeply programmed.
Uh-huh.
It really is.
From the inside of the kitchen came the warm scent of rich stews and spices, satisfying in the way that only a home-cooked dish can be. Sarzan came out of the kitchen and brought me a plate of smoked herring and pale ale.
Yum.
That is meat! Unless you're a pescatarian?
I guess.
Good job.
Oh.
You got
I only remember that because we had a friend that was a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Ironically, her name is Kat, and Kitty's like fish. That's how I remember it.
Kitty's like fish,
Kitty's
and now
go
she's
meow.
not because she almost died.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I got
She
confused.
was
Saw
doing
She
it
her,
loves
wrong.
barbecue.
saw her eat a chicken burrito at the movie theater once. Like, what are you doing?
That sounds awful.
And she was like, "Yeah, I'm not getting enough protein in my diet. My doctor said I'm not healthy."
Yeah.
No shit.
Shocker.
Huh.
Your diet
Weirdly, you can't just eat mac and cheese and then survive.
and orange soda.
She was just doing it wrong.
Oh, thanks.
It's almost meat, huh? Pity I can't serve you clams in this cold weather.
Ah, he's serving clam!
Ah, at least it's better than carrots.
I like carrot.
Fortunately, we still have some smoked herring. I'd have to serve you carrot stew otherwise.
I would eat
forgot my
carrot
voice
stew.
already. Bon appetit.
He returned to the kitchen and brought Anzacs a bowl of lamb stew.
Ooh.
I'm jealous. Elegant came downstairs, hesitated for a moment, then took a seat at the corner table. She glanced up at me. I quickly looked elsewhere. She goed meow.
Chapter 0, Christmas Carol.
No, her
Carol?
name was Elegant.
No, Carol.
Maybe we haven't met Carol yet.
Aw. Oh.
Yeah.
Throwing darts.
Aw.
Throwing
Aw.
darts. There she goes.
Throwing darts, throwing
After
darts.
dinner, I sank to the rocking chair near the fire and let myself relax. The logs in the fire, heavy with pine resin, crackled and popped as the chair slowly swung back and forth with a creaking noise.
Not a whole lot of customers this month.
You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. What'd you expect, Sarzan?
Shit.
Sarin?
No, you're good.
Tarzan?
Sarzan.
Yeah, like Susan, but SARS.
Like Tarzan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I was thinking about it.
Like Tarzan, but the disease.
Nice.
Nice. Sarzan brought a chair and sat down next to me, gazing into the fireplace.
Or the wretched.
Don't worry so much. Just give it a
Nice.
couple days and you'll have as many customers as you've had years before.
7.
I get the feeling this year might be a little different. Can't really tell why, though.
Perhaps the howling winds outside are keeping the customers away.
Anzox heard our conversation and came to join us with his loot.
It's just something as minor as high winds could stop folk from having cravings for Sarzan's famous home cooking.
Flatter me all you like. You're still not getting a discount.
Can you say smooth skin in that voice for me?
Spoon skin.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
It's got the ghoul vibe.
Yep.
From Fallout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, to be fair, I feel like smooth skin would be an insult in this universe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I was being sincere.
Oh. My little boy.
So I wouldn't mind a discount.
I thought he pushed him.
Yeah.
He just knocks him out of frame and goes, "Get out of here, you bum!"
Discount these stairs you hit on the way down.
Yeah, grab someone with the clipboard.
The White Star has a variety of activities to entertain overnight guests and those who stick around after dinner. There's darts competitions on Saturday evenings. If all the players are friendly and there's no authorities around, Sarzam would cover some tables with blue and flannel and take bets. I doubt anybody would be like that in this weather. Or I doubt anybody would like that in this weather.
Nope.
Are they implying that gambling's illegal in 1245 or whatever year this is?
That's like all they did for fun.
Guys, come on.
Yeah. I elbowed Sarzam quickly and gave him a wink.
Not tonight.
Why?
Aw.
Come on.
All of our darts went on vacation.
No, pork.
The cat's a cop!
Yeah.
He glanced towards Elegant before whispering to me with one hand hiding his mouth.
Our partner was killed by darts.
Yeah.
The cat's just like, I don't understand, but I hear something.
She just, her ears perk up. She like, what? Huh? You're like, see?
After all, we don't know her that well. Let's hold off on gambling for the time being, coward.
Well, if you think of something else, let me know. See if I can keep myself occupied.
You're a bartender. You can
What do
just
you want to
clean
do tonight?
Yeah,
clean the corner of the counter for the next 3 hours.
Do we want to talk to the kitty?
I don't
Do we
know.
want to listen to the music? I don't know.
Having no idea now.
That's funny.
this
By
game's-
the way, I feel like I need
Yeah,
to bring this up
I was
because
about
you
to.
guys saw it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
It started off completely in a different language.
It-
And we had to go select English, and English said beta next to it.
Alpha even, I think.
Alpha?
I think so.
All right, fair enough.
For alphabet.
But alpha.
Ah, good
So,
call.
do we want to talk to the cat? Do we want to listen to Anzac? Or, I don't know.
I kind of want to try talking to the cat.
Might as well.
All right, let's go meow.
Meow meow.
By the way, I don't know Elegant very well, but I'll ask it quietly while Anzac won't notice. I walked towards the round table. She was sitting there, pulling out a chair and taking a seat and offering to my hand.
What?
In marriage.
In marriage. Hey, I'm Roman. I know it's not what it says, but...
Hey, baby.
Hey,
Sup,
baby.
bitch.
What them titties do?
Are you really going to give her the Kermit voice?
We'll find out. That's just
It's up to you. It's your voice.
That's just what the dots sound
Oh,
like.
Nick, she's got a tooth.
See, one snaggle tooth. Is that Midna?
You're
That's
a famous
sexy
genius.
anime girl.
Is that all the ones that people draw the porn of?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I waited for Elegant to reach out for a handshake, but it seems she didn't want to. My right hand hovered in the air awkwardly as the silence. I read that right for the...
Yeah.
Oh, you almost knocked over your
Record.
not coffee.
Hello.
Oh, he's doing it.
Good.
Yeah. Stick to your guns.
I apologize if I'm disturbing you. I was about to push my chair away and end up the embarrassing conversation before it started. But paused as she motioned for me to stay seated. She looked me up and down slowly. I could almost feel the weight of those lake blue eyes through the thin veil. As a detective used to observing others, I know how comfortable it is to be examined so thoroughly by such sharp and intense gaze.
You are on good terms with the owner of this tavern, are you not?
I don't trust that. I'm gonna knock my coffee over. Or my lack of coffee.
You silly little beverage.
You silly little beverage, you stay on the table.
Yeah.
Where you belong. Well, you could say that, but how can you tell?
The way you pass information is too obvious.
What are you, a cop? I felt naked. It was like her eyes were peering through me and into my soul.
You need not fret. I do not care about your business. I would imagine a detective like you has more than a few informants. Tuck.
Informant cucks? They're all in the corner fucking. And someone else is watching.
Yeah, there you go.
There are informants. I didn't notice until now that I was involuntarily biting my left thumb. You're a bad detective if you didn't notice that.
Yeah, your towels are.
Listen, he wants to eat meat so bad.
Ah.
It's a nervous tick. Okay, so he knew he had it. I was just like, oh, I never noticed that until the cat pointed it out. Whew. It's a nervous tick that I've had since I was young, but I still haven't managed to break the habit.
No need to be polite. Just tell me why you came to me.
Well, if you insist. Relieved, I unclenched my butt and took out the handkerchief to wipe the sweat from the pads. You know, that has a different context now. They said butt, but it said hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I came here to ask. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting to. If we don't read it word for word, yeah, Kyle's giving me the look. Just a reminder, we listen to the comments. If we don't read it word for word and we say anything that's not on script,
We're gonna end the series.
we understand that you don't like us. So that's cool. We get it. Sorry. Actually, I came here to ask.
He said hey earlier instead of hello, and I've already stopped watching.
Your cider.
Not
Your
your
cider.
race or your gender. It's
Yeah.
your cider.
Yeah, I feel like these two are gonna get her to call corporate on us, and I don't want that.
I don't know anything about you, but what are you?
Well, the trick is that it's 1285, so there are no races or genders yet. They're not invented.
True, they didn't get invented until
I thought you were gonna say
1986.
There's no
Yeah.
racists in 1285.
1286.
You're gonna ask her about cider,
Yeah.
so you can say yeah, because I want to get that Dixon cider, and then that's where it starts.
Whoa! Dating.
Dating.
Not interested in drinking from your glass?
I prefer to remain sober in case something unexpected happens.
Why the hell did you pay for it then? At this moment, Anzox suddenly came up. See her clench her fist?
Still deep in conversation, are we? I thought you were talking about nothing, so I thought I'd join in.
You know who he looks like?
A dwagon.
Yeah, but it's the hair.
Okay.
He looks like the best friend guy from Way of the House Husband.
Just because he's blonde.
Yeah, and the spiky hair specifically.
Just
It's
because
been a minute.
all blonde men look the same.
Yeah.
Nick Best Spuds,
Yeah.
2024.
You know what? You can quote me on that one.
I did?
You should
Yeah.
talk to him about his race.
Yeah.
Trust me, we've got plenty to talk about.
Are you a Japanese man?
By the way, I heard a puzzle in a tavern from another town. Would you be interested?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of...
Puzzles,
What's the
bitch!
puzzle?
There you go.
Elegant seemed interested, taking her mug and sitting down with Anzox by the fire.
Daddy Uppy.
Playing a puzzle game again, Anzox?
Sarzan just finished cleaning the kitchen and came to sit by the fire.
Yes, you came just in time.
I'm not really in the mood.
I don't care.
So leave.
Hear a story or go to rest?
You hear a story.
Story.
Yeah.
Story.
Stories. Always
Gotta be
stories.
I'm not in the
Nosy.
mood, but I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
anyway.
God.
Social.
Not like you've got anything better to do. You can just listen and let us solve the puzzle if you want.
I better do it myself. Sorry, I was drinking. I better do it myself than leaving you guys. Let's start, Anzox. Anzox cleared his throat and then caressed his lute and said,
One night in a small farming town famous for its barley, the only windmill in the town came to a stop. This was the first time it happened.
It was the farmer.
Fuck you. The horse's name was Friday. Since the mill was so vital to their work, the villagers rushed out to check the mill. From afar, the villagers saw the windmill blades were no longer rotating. They thought the sudden wind and snow had broken the transmission shaft that ran the mill. The villagers came to the mill, the ground covered in thick snow over their ankles. The dark wooden mill towered over them in the white expanse, the blades turned in an ominous position, looking like an inverted cross.
I assume this was a puzzle, not some bard tale used to coax coins from drunkards.
Oh, she look angry.
I'm getting there, you hag.
She's
Yeah,
gonna
well.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna swat at us.
Yeah.
Elegant's tail swished as she impatiently drummed her fingers on the tabletop, while Sarzan sat and listened attentively.
It's not as though you're paying me, so just sit and listen. Ahem. Allow me to continue.
I like all the little movements that like it's not fully animated, but just there's like
Little
subtle-
fidgets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very like while they're talking, it's very entertaining
It's
to watch.
very 90s RPG.
It does have a very 90s RPG, but
Yep.
specifically the strategy guide or the manual, not the game.
Yeah, the one that blinks when
What?
you talk to it.
Okay.
I get what he's doing.
I don't.
As it drew closer, they found the windmill's maintenance gondola was tied with a hemp rope to secure it.
Safety rope added to the clue.
It does say safety.
Please click the clue button to review specific evidence.
And you
Oh.
can save
Safety
it.
rope. Oh, it says
Oh,
safety now.
No, it says safety here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ordinary rope, tying the miller
Nice.
to the maintenance basket.
Okay.
Oh.
Well reviewed.
Okie dokie.
But then they saw it. The miller who ran the mill was suspended, upside down, in the middle of the air.
Whoa.
The very middle of the air. His eyes were wide open with fear, his face contorted as though he was screaming in terror.
Is he dead?
His paws were stiff and hanging down and level with the edge of the windmill blades. The snow from yesterday clung to his cold body.
Was he dead?
Oh, I assume, yeah.
How ironic that the object used to ensure safety had become a lethal weapon. No one could imagine that.
Hold on, we got a new clue.
Shit.
Ooh, dead guy.
Corpse position.
Hanging upside down, his hands level with the windmill blade.
Okay. We got something out of it.
Thank you, Danny Clue Boy.
Thank you, Danny Clue Boy. Lethal? Wait a minute, Anzox. Did the safety rope... It says safety this time. Really cause the death of Miller?
Do you disagree, Roman? After all, the safety rope was tied to the miller's dead body.
Yes, but... Why can't the safety rope be the murder weapon?
It's got the word safety.
It was tied around his ankle, if I recall, but let's review our clues!
Let's review!
Oh.
Ordinary rope tying the miller on the maintenance... Oh, so it won't even tell us.
Yeah, it just
Well,
says it's
I assume because he was upside down, it was tied to his ankle.
That would make way
that's
more
common,
sense.
Because
Yep.
gravity.
You know what? As a scientist, I'm willing to believe you.
Oh, yeah.
It can't be deadly if it's tied to the ankle.
Is it like that sport from overseas? What do they call it? Bungee jumping?
Correct. A safety rope is typically tied to the ankle or waist. Considering the position of the body, it's the only possible way it was tied to his ankle.
That is indeed true, but there must be something that killed the miller.
We can discuss that next. Go on then, Antox.
As I was saying, the miller had died in the windmill, where he had spent his nights and days.
In or on?
both.
In.
Okay.
Eh.
The local police initially determined the old miller was trying to repair the windmill while he was drunk. He had slipped, lost his footing, and fallen from the repair gondola. However, the cause of death was still unclear, though his head might have struck the windmill.
I'm just guessing the blood rushed to his head and he just died from being there for too long.
Too simple.
Got spooked.
The townsfolk invited one of the greatest detectives in the realm to investigate the scene.
And we got
That's another clue.
another clue. First deduction, the mill. Oh, sorry, Danny Clue Boy.
First deduction, the miller was killed soon after he returned home. Since he was still in his coat, every person in the town had an alibi when he died. The body had no wounds. He may have accidentally slipped and fell from the hanging basket when repairing the windmill. Cause of death is unknown. Maybe his head struck the mill.
I
Maybe.
feel like so far, he's the one who did it. Like, he offed himself. There's no murderer. That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he didn't hit his head. I feel like we need more clues.
Ah. What if he had a heart attack?
What if he got COVID?
It did.
Oh, this is before COVID. It was 1285.
And I wrote his
That's when it
name
started.
into Death Note, and he got
I was
deported.
just gonna say it! When you
Nice.
said heart attack!
Nice.
Anzox.
I already read that.
My bad.
He was an old-fashioned detective and refused until he was paid no less than 13 rayar in all travel expenses.
Okay, so it's called a Rayhar. 13 Raya, that's 910 sitit. See?
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 It's like yeet with a s.
I
Yeah.
guess that's our currency.
That's you.
We're just one detective. We're just one case. That detective could eat fried lamb chops for every meal for a month
Ooh.
if he hadn't vowed to fast until Christmas.
I wish my cases paid that well.
Do they not? I thought you were worth the price.
Anzox started to laugh, but then stopped when I glared at him.
When the townsfolk came to his humble residence, he was seated behind his great desk, playing with the prism he'd bought from the capital's grand bazaar. Bazaar.
But
Bazaar. Sunlight from the small window passed through the lens and scattered onto a rainbow of color. After listening to the villager's account, the detective struggled to get up from his easy chair with a cane, then asked his only servant to call the carriage. Wow, only one servant?
Just one.
Coward.
Baby.
This would be one of his few field investigations. One problem was that the description of the crime scene is not detailed enough to his liking. Another problem was that the case sounded so bizarre.
And the biggest problem was that the glib bard could not get to the point.
So, in my headcanon,
Yeah.
because elegant is elegant, but it
Yeah.
has Kermit's voice,
Yeah.
like, her parents named her Elegant,
Yeah.
just like, I don't want to say as a joke, but they're like, this is the most elegant cat we've ever seen.
Like in the hopes.
Yeah, but she grew up in the deep south, so that's why she sounds like
Oh god.
And everyone in the South sounds like Kermit, as we
Yeah.
Well, very specifically in the swamp.
Yeah.
So are the 1200s technically antebellum?
know. No.
The answer is yes.
Then why don't you tell the story?
The sudden interruption made Anzac blush with anger.
It's fine. The details make the story more vivid, even if they are irrelevant.
The day after the body was discovered, the detective arrived in town in the afternoon. He learned from the gossip in the tavern that on the night of the miller's death, 2 people had spent the night in the mill, but they both had alibis.
Whoa.
Who were they?
Your mom. One was the miller's daughter, the other was the miller's apprentice. They'd spent the night in the mill as usual.
I bet they boned.
Probably.
Plot twist, one's her brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
About those 2 people. I'd like to know.
Can you show me?
Hmm.
What do I want to ask about?
I want to know.
Daughter or apprentice?
I think we'll just end up doing both.
Probably.
So.
Yeah, but
I
I'm going to
hope so.
start with the apprentice because I'm more curious about that person.
I agree.
What about the miller's apprentice?
The apprentice's name was Hans. He came to the mill from the next town 8 years ago. At that time, he was just 10 years old and all alone in the world.
Oh.
No parent could be so cruel if it wasn't because of money. Fortunately, the miller treated him well. The apprentice was also very clever. He always seemed to be able to succeed, no matter how complicated the miller's orders.
I would also like to know.
So there you go.
Okay. Yeah. I want to know about the daughter of the miller.
Elena, the miller's daughter. She's 16 years old and a gray wolf. She had no shortage of suitors in the town, and even caught the eye of a few local nobles.
Slut?
And not just because of her father's wealth.
Oh,
One more time, Nick.
slut?
Thank you.
She was also renowned for her beauty. She'd been the dream girl for every bachelor in the town since she was 14 years old.
Ugh.
Nick, the text tone when Kyle texts you?
What?
Slut!
I should make that.
Slut!
I did not hit the clue button, but I guess it was highlighted. Man.
She had a good relationship with her father, or at least other outsiders thought so. Recently, there was a rumor that she had a close relationship with the miller's apprentice.
Oh.
That's why they were in the mill.
Wasn't he 10?
Love.
No, he was
I was right.
18.
No.
Oh, I
Yeah, one was
misread
18, one was
that.
16.
Yeah.
Let me
Huh?
think.
Right? Because the apprentice came over when he was 10, right?
That's what it was.
Yeah, so he's 8. And they say he's 18 now or 16?
18.
Either way, close enough in age where it's
So
less
one's 18,
creepy.
one's 16.
I'd have to say those 2 things caught my interest. Please go on.
What about the miller's reputation?
The miller had lived his entire life in the town and had no enemies. He was well regarded by the townsfolk. His wife died of
Penis.
Yeah,
purple fever
there you go.
shortly after she gave birth to Elena, and he lived as an old bachelor ever since.
Oh.
I don't know that word. Cool. He had several drinking friends who he'd meet at the pub almost every night after supper, drinking and talking until the tavern closed.
I don't think they know that word either. You're fine.
Sounds like some of the tavern's regular.
Some folk at the tavern provide the detective with additional information. Colon. The miller had been extremely generous recently, and one day he even bought everyone in the tavern a round of ale in celebration.
Aw.
That's all the information on those present. Having gotten his fill of gossip from the noisy drinkers in the tavern, the detective left the tavern and went walking towards the mill. Within 10 minutes, the detective arrived at the mill. It was a clear and windless morning. The snow at the gate of the mill hadn't been swept away by the overzealous villagers. The detective, relieved and cautious, checked the snow from the outside.
I'm starting to think this isn't a puzzle and this is a murder case that he wants us to
I
solve.
like the blinking.
Cheap bitch.
Yeah.
Bonk.
He's the
Ah.
detective.
What a good map.
How very Phoenix
It's
Wright-y.
very detailed.
Incredible.
The snow was unexpectedly clean. Apart from the footprints left by the villagers who found the corpse in the outer circle, and the footprints that went all the way to the front of the house, there was nothing except some messy traces in front of the last footprints. Someone wrote mill into it. It seemed there was no shortcut or alternative entrance. The detective put on his hat and came to the mill door. He glanced down by accident
Yeah.
before entering the door.
Oh, you read it right. For
I
the
know.
record, me and Laura actually remote right now. You guys can't tell that. That's why she's late on her line. She's got a little bit of a delay. And it's also why I'm messing up, because the screen's very blurry. Kyle has bad internet where he is. Yeah.
Dissociating.
Same. Oh, God, he screwed up.
Kyle, restart your internet.
Boop. There seems to be a circular imprint around the last footprints in front of the door, and the stone used to hold the door open also had been moved.
What modem have you ever had that went boop when you restart it?
A bad one.
The one he got in the Rice Krispies box.
You know what? Those are also valid.
Stepping inside, the detective met Elena, who was covering her face and crying, and Hans, who was comforting her. The body of the old miller was still hanging on the windmill, swinging like a pendulum in the wind.
What a dark
That
sight.
just reminded me of Knuckles in the Chow Garden. Don't worry, buddy.
Don't worry, buddy.
Do you want to listen to the testimony first, or go straight to the scene?
Hear the testimony or investigate the scene? I think maybe we'll do both of those things after tacos. Oh, wait. I mean, next time on Best Buds.
Yeah.
We're getting tacos. Taco
Tacos.
Tuesday. It is Tuesday and it's tacos.
It is Tuesday. Christmas Tuesday.
Christmas Tuesday, my favorite holiday of the year.
Like Fat Tuesday for Christmases.
Yeah.